Right now at 11, wind and rain taking aim at the Bay Area. We are under a microclimate weather alert as we track wet conditions for your election day with another round of storm weather on its way. Thanks for joining us for our midday newscast. I'm Marcus Washington.
And I'm Laura Garcia. Reminder, you can also watch us live on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and online. That rain finally starting to taper off for now, but it was a deluge this morning, as you can see in this video. Wet conditions plaguing virtually all of the Bay Area, bringing thunder, lightning, and cold temperatures. We've got team coverage as the impact of this storm is coming to light. NBC Bay Area's Kris Sanchez tracking that. Mike is tracking some of the major problem spots that we've been seeing with drivers out on the road.
But first, we want to kick things off with meteorologist Kari Hall. She is tracking the rain, maybe tapering off for us right now, Kari, but we are nowhere in the clear.
Not yet, but we are still seeing this storm system spinning across the region, producing some thunder and lightning farther off towards the south. Here in the Bay Area, it's tapering off to some more spotty rain compared to what we had earlier this morning. As we take a closer look, we can see that some of the rain continues from parts of the North Bay into the East Bay and then up and down the peninsula and into San Francisco. We're also seeing the rain right around the Fremont area, Union City, as well as moving over toward Dublin and Pleasanton. And it's really light in that spot, but it does pick up in intensity as you head up through Martinez and moving over toward Vallejo as well as it continues to track off towards the north and east. The activity that we'll see as we go into today, once again breaking up, not as widespread as it was earlier today, but in these little cells that we're seeing at 12:30 and 1 o'clock in parts of the peninsula as well as the East Bay, there's the potential of thunderstorms that could be developing as we go into today. Here we are at 2:30. We're seeing the spotty showers popping up in the North Bay just south of Napa and then moving into the foothills as well, and then also approaching parts of Alameda County, and then going into 4:30 to 5 o'clock. Not everyone is seeing the rain, but in the areas that are seeing the rain, it is quite heavy, may produce some gusty winds as well as some thunder and lightning in some of those spots, but it does look like it tapers off for some going into the afternoon. But the rain chances do continue, and that means that we'll possibly see more of the rainfall totals adding up, as well as more standing water on the roadways. And for more of those conditions and what it looks like outside, let's head over to our Kris Sanchez, who's been all around the Bay Area looking at those conditions. Kris?
Well, hi there, Kari. The forecast continues to be frizzy. What a wild morning. Some of the puddles that we've seen around town starting to shrink a little bit. Hopefully they'll be able to drain off before that next round of rain comes through. As you mentioned, I heard thunder this morning and I also saw lightning. And when we hit the road, things were sloppy from before the sun came up to when the sun came up. In San Jose, Interstate 280 at Winchester was jammed up northbound because of flooding along the shoulder along the slow lane. Sunnyvale DPS posted photos to warn of the same at Fair Oaks and Tasman, which were flooded in both directions. Sunnyvale DPS reminding people to turn around, don't drown, because just 12 inches of water can move a small car. Local neighborhood streets weren't much better. This is a good reminder to check the storm drains near your home before the next round of rain. As we made our way to the Santa Cruz Mountains this morning, we felt lots of ponding on Highway 17. We saw some branches and debris coming off the mountainside. And it's no wonder. Look at all the rain that came down in Scotts Valley overnight. This was the intersection of Mount Herman Road and Scotts Valley Boulevard. And if morning commuters bore the brunt of the storm, the morning commuters on Highway 92 in San Mateo County may have had it the worst, as a large tree blocked all lanes in all directions. One delivery driver told us it took an hour and a half to get from Hayward to San Jose, when on a usual day it takes 30 minutes. Other commuters told us the roads were sloppy and that some of the drivers were sloppy too.
5:30, 6 a.m. I saw some driver was crazy. And they changed line with no any sign, signal, anything. And 3 times I had very serious break. If I didn't break it, definitely we had the accident very bad.
I am from Southside San Jose and I have to get to Palo Alto, but I'm trying to avoid as much rain as possible because it's a little crazy out there.
I mean, this would be a perfect day to telecommute because even when the rain stops, the rain water that's on the roadway doesn't necessarily go away right away. And we know that crews are roving around. So give yourself extra time if you have to head out this morning so you don't end up in one of Mike Inouye's traffic reports. Right, Mike?
Absolutely, Chris. Let me talk about what you're showing behind you. There's puddling there. Look at this. This is Highway 87 this morning, southbound 87, underneath that Taylor Street overcrossing. Folks are familiar with this. Even on sunny days, sometimes the drainage is an issue. But today, we're hearing about as deep as 2 feet by some people who drove through the area. And that's the key. As we look at the map now, they were forced off the freeway here, South 87, and then got to get back on. So they were able to get around that flooded spot. But when you see that much water, avoid it anyway. You need to. They're going to close the roadway if the CHP is alerted about that. We just saw that slowing clear up after they reopened 87 within the last hour, and so that was a long-standing issue. Green still showing some damp roadways. This affected not just the roadways, but we're talking about the rails as well. BART lowers their speed typical yesterday, today, and will continue when there's inclement weather. Too much rain, they're worried about the brakes working on those rails. They slow those speeds down. And then also with all this rain, we may have, well, trees coming down over the next couple of days, so they're going to watch for debris as well, likely to slow those trains. Now, Capitol Corridor, they changed their winter weather schedule that affects trains and buses out of Sacramento heading east toward Reno and South Lake Tahoe. There's no problem, but there's no service out of Gilroy because of a Caltrain crash, but that's a completely separate issue. Now we get over to the Dumbarton Bridge. This just reopened. This area between 880 and Ardenwood Boulevard. Yesterday, the big problem was over near the toll plaza. Today, it was right here on this section. Let me show you the video. A couple of reasons why this is not good. First of all, we're looking at the roadway. It's wet. Now there's a lot of standing water. Watch this. This person driving through, you can see how deep that water is. That will likely flood out your engine. That's the reason they closed off that section until just about an hour and a half ago as well on the Ardenwood side, the Fremont side. But also the person holding the camera is driving. That is not safe either. This was not done by anyone at our station, but we're looking at there. We'll send it over to you guys.